Hello everyone, welcome back to this second episode of our new series with Stonehearth. Welcome back to our new Bantonia kingdom. So I want to thank all of you guys for all of your kind support and feedback in the previous video and all of your name requests. So I will be adding as many of you guys that will be possible, and we're going to be starting with naming a few of them today, and we'll already get a daily update, but we do not beat this one. We have to build a little bit more to get up the net worth. But we will be naming some people, and the only one who gets so far is BANTO. And before we do naming, I'm gonna put myself to work, because in the previous episode I forgot to do so. I'm the farmer down here, and we need to make a farm field because we do not have any at the moment. So I'm gonna do it here by the water. If you play with Ace, it can be good to plant nearby the water depending on what crop you're gonna grow. But we're gonna put it here. The turnip do not require water. And I think it's the same for the carrot. So the carrot do not require water as well. You can see down here the current statuses. If they would require water, it will be shown here if you are doing good with water or if you're doing bad with water. And when it's raining, that will also affect it. So if you have like at the very maximum that it wants, and then it starts to like rain, that's gonna make the farms flooded, so that's not gonna be very good. I'm also gonna show you guys a few houses that I've been working on, and I've also been clearing out my save folders for this game. I made backups for them because my saves was like over 30 gigabytes. I had like 700 templates, so I have pretty much removed all of them for now and backed them up. So I'm only gonna have the one in game that I done recently. So this is our first house that we're doing, and I think it ended up looking pretty nice. I like the purple color. I'm happy that some of you guys also responded and said that you like it. So something I'm gonna try for this town is to kind of try to get a similar theme for most stuff. And I also want to harvest these because those daisies are in the way if we're gonna have a house next to this. So something that is good and fast to do if you want to. If you make a house and you're pretty satisfied with how it looks, and maybe you want another house with a like similar style or something, what you could do is what I did here. So for example, we have this one. So this is the very same house, but I added a few extra things to it. So if you go inside here, I have another extra room here, and it do have no door. And I'm probably gonna fill here so it looks better. You normally never see this in game, like because you mostly look like this. So sometimes I care for that, sometimes I don't. So it's really up to you if you care for it or not. But we might be actually, if we want to, we could add it in, and then we would do it like this. We're getting attacked now, and we do not really have any troops yet. But we could do something like this, and that would pretty much cover the inside. But I do think I have it wrong, a little bit wrong here. That should be it, because let's see. There we go, because I work with, most of the time when I make buildings I work with odd numbers. That's kind of preferred. Most of the stuff goes together better that way. So for this one, this is actually the first one. If we remove this is actually the first one. So that's where we're gonna start. There we go. We don't want it to poke out through the roof, right? So we do it like that, and that would cover that. If we want to do something like that, it really depends on like how much you want to go into details, and sometimes you want to go a lot into details. It really depends, like for every time when you build it. So this room as it stands now is pretty much a dining room. A table and 2 chairs, and can go and eat there, have a nice view outside through the windows. So I think that one ended up pretty good, and I'm gonna save that one. And let's see, we're gonna have to remove one of them. The question is, which one of them was it? So the easiest way would be to remove both of them. So there we go. And this, by the way, since I cleaned it out all my templates, I made a backup so I haven't lost them. But when I clean this up, it's so much faster. Like before, when I was opening and searching, the game was just stuttering like crazy. So some more stuff that I done here is that I made another variation, and that variation was actually of this house. So first started with that one, then we went to this one, and then I went to make another variation. So you can see here we have these poles going up here for supporting. We're gonna deal with enemies soon. But with this one I decided to make like sort of a room down here as well. And I moved the door over to that side. So this could be the entrance, and it's just open here, no door. And then I also did another thing, which was to make a small room. And maybe there's like a guest room for someone that comes by to visit sometimes, and have a smaller room. But it would be good enough for one bed at least. We could add a window somewhere here, but I don't think it's gonna look very good. So they might have to go without a window, but they probably need to have some kind of light on the inside. Okay, let's rally everyone, let's get together guys. Let's go fight by the flag since we don't have a soldier. I do not think I have a sword ready. But it should be fine, looks like they're doing pretty good. And I will try to fulfill you guys' special requests for classes, but it's not sure that I will be able to fulfill them all, but I will try to do my best. And since we need a soldier, I know one of these guys requested to be a soldier. And Ilwin Bell Tower, I'm gonna rename you. Hereby you are Yaquez, the Parentesau. Yaquez. I can't really say it. But it's requested by the same guy, so I'm sorry that I can't really pronounce your name. Let's see, it wanted to get in... That's a very long name. It's a very long name. So I can't pronounce that name. But Yaquez, something like that. Very welcome to town. For some reason it didn't change the name, and now we got the UI arrow. Was the name too long for this game? But there you go, welcome to town. So let's see a little bit more. We're gonna name the people we have so far, and then when we get more people, we will get some more people to be named. So I'm gonna name our carpenter. This is gonna be Casey, requested by colon bracket. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to town. Tristan, I get a lot of UI errors. I'm not sure what's going on here. Might just have to reload something. This one's gonna be Planter Lace, requested by Wolfie Plays. And the last person with another UI error is gonna be Varik Kult. I think it's like that, Varik Kult. You are courageous and opinionated, and you have a good body and a good spirit. And Banto is really happy, it looks like. I'm quite happy today, it's a good day today. I'm feeling great today. So they're building this, and Banto should be out here farming, so he's doing good. Another thing we have to do is to place down our workbench, because I forgot that as well. And let's see, in the carpenting window here, we want to make sure we can make our large crate as fast as possible, but I also want to make sure that I make at least one sword, like as soon as we can. Yes, we can have someone to be a soldier, and the first one is gonna be Yaquez. Let me know if I pronounce it good or not, else I will go into Google and put it into translator and hopefully get something pretty decent, so I can hopefully pronounce it a tiny bit better, right? So they're enjoying a little bit of food, very nice to see. Do need to eat some. And I must say they're actually building this house quite fast so far, considering it's like a mix of stone and wood. So they're actually doing it pretty fast. So I made some more houses, let's check them out, but these are some of the variation of the same house that I just expanded on, and then we have this one, and this one is not done yet. So this one I was thinking that perhaps this could be like sort of like an inn or something, or a tavern. And I think it looks pretty nice. I might be changing the inside flooring down here. I was pretty much just messing around a little bit with the game to see if it would be crashing or not, because I had a few crashes before. So we will see what happened with this one. I might recolor it. It looks kind of interesting at the same time. So for this one, so far, it only really have a stair that curves in the corner and then I go up to currently here. So I'm not entirely sure for the position for this stair where it will be the best. But I decided when you are at this floor to get up to the very top, which will be up here in the attic, that I made a separate room. So this will most likely be for storing items and such, and I think it's gonna be pretty nice. So we can have some storage boxes, and then you get up here, and for this floor I haven't decided, like we could do like small rooms like for people to sleep, or it could be a big storage. For tavern it would of course be kind of cool to have some kind of a, like vine cellar or something. So we could look into that as well when we get to that point, but it also is a house that we're probably not going to build in a while, and I'm going to look into designing a little bit. I've been working with its corner to get it to look nice, so we will see how it ends up, but that's how it looks so far. And I really would like to decorate around, like maybe put some like, you know, berry bushes and stuff like that around it, because that should make it pretty beautiful. Rufus Garrow arrived with wares to sell. Okay, we might want to buy some stone if we can afford that. We don't have so much money though. Do we have anything that we can actually trade with them? Berries. We have a lot of berries. And the reason probably why we had a mason hammer in the beginning is because I added another mod to the game. It's called Auto Golems, and it allows you to craft golems pretty early in the game. And what are the golems, you might ask if you haven't seen them? They are pretty much like workers instead of your normal halflings. They are like working golems that could, for example, they can gather things, they could even mine, and I think there also are even builders and looters. So with crafting them, it can be a huge benefit, and if you want to do them, we probably want to get a bit of stone. But we can't really trade much. I might sell maybe some like oak seeds, but at the same time, we're not really gonna get much for doing so. Can sell a little bit of berries though, then we can buy a little bit of stone. So there we go, a tiny bit of stone, very nice. And a wooden park bench, let's get it somewhere. Maybe we can have it, by the farm maybe? So the farmer, when he needs to rest, he can go and rest there a little bit. So Banto got his own personal little bench there. Very kind to myself. That's gonna be nice. Get a little bit more of the berries. We have a load of bushes. I'm not even gonna be able to gather all of it. And do let me know, guys, if there are things that you think that I should be building. Like if there are specific houses, some kind of like statue, or you want me to make a barrack or keep or a tower or walls. Like different kind of builds that you want me to do for this town. And make sure they kind of fit together, so kind of think a little bit fantasy medievalish. And you will probably be able to get some good ideas. So another mod I do have is auto harvest, and with Ace you can have auto harvest on many things, but the thing with this mod is that you can control it, so you can set it up for like this specific chestnut tree, and maybe I want to take from that one, but perhaps I don't want to take from this one, but I want to take from these two. So that's a thing you could do. I'm gonna do it for all of these, so we get some more nuts. Because you can use nuts for food for people. Probably not gonna do so much in the beginning though. And look at that net worth, guys. 640 net worth. And 206 out of 50, so we're doing really good. That means I can add more of you guys to the game. So I'm hoping I will be able to add as many as you as possible. But we will most likely restrict the amount of people to join the town to 20 or 30 or in between somewhere. I would love to add all of you guys. It would be awesome. But if we can name like golems, that could be a possibility that I could name some golems after you guys, if you would be interested to be one of our golems, because our golems is gonna be super important. And some of these golems, if I remember correctly, they can also protect you because it's called auto golem guns. So it should have some protective golems as well, so that should be really cool. So Sanini just joined, got amazing body and pretty good spirit, not so good mind. So this is like a really good fighter, I would say. Good body and good spirit, that's a good fighter. But at the same time, Sanini could be our mason. A lower mind, the green one, it will make you not low like level as fast. But at the same time, if we have a high spirit, we have a higher chance of crafting higher quality items, which means we can get more gold, and that's pretty nice. So before we move any further, I'm just gonna reload the UI. Press F5, you can reload the UI. Let's see what happens. Okay, no more errors. We're getting attacked again, I think. So who is this gonna be? This is gonna be Supa. Welcome to our town, requested by Supaboy29. So thanks for joining our town, and very welcome to our Discord if you guys want to check it out. Just go to the link in the video description, and I would say we are a pretty kind community and you can speak directly to me. I'm most of the time there, and there are a lot of other great people there as well. So a good place to maybe find some people to play with or just chat about anything really. So all of them are named, so Supa, you are gonna be our first mason. But yeah, let's deal with the attack first. So, yeah, Quest, you are gonna be my footman because we have a sword ready. And as you can see on our people, there's a little sun here, so hot weather, too sweaty to work. Could use some refreshment, and I do think that maybe the berry use, do that count as refreshment? Will that chill them out? I'm not sure if it do, I actually think it do not do so. We might have to craft something better first. Oh no, they're fighting me, our farmer. Get back, Banto. Carpenter level 2, Casey, congrats. Okay, let's see Quest smash these guys to pieces. With his wooden sword fighting wooden things. A cool thing, by the way, that's a hidden feature in the game that you might not know of. You can actually control every halfling. Like normally you would control your combat party here. I use a hotkey to go here. And then set like, oh, I want to attack this guy. But the cool thing is that you can select anyone. You will not see the UI for this thing. But I can tell, for example, if I bound a hotkey for Varicol to move over here. Or I can tell him to attack this guy. So that can be pretty useful. And let's see, I wonder if this is ours. So this guy is befriended by Planter Lace and we might even be able to control him. Okay, so it doesn't work for him. That's pretty good. If not, we can make a big animal army. That's pretty cool, by the way, if you are getting like the Beast Tamer class. If you haven't seen that before, it's from the Goblin Kingdom, but you can also have it with Ascendancy, Northern Alliance, Riot Children. But the cool thing is that that one actually summons like a lot of chickens, a lot of critters, and help you fight, and it's really cool. I think we should get one of those. What do you guys think? Ooh, we have a good weather. Tomorrow hot and sunny. I mean, it's both good and bad, I guess. Depends on how hot it's gonna get, right? So we got our first box, and I highly recommend to anyone who hasn't played this much, and if you normally use a stockpile, try to go for like crates and boxes as early as possible. And the biggest reason for that is that it will make your game run better. Because here we have loads of different items, and then people would try to like, I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna go. So you have all of these different paths to go to. So instead of just having a billion of paths to different locations, you will just have one location with all these items. So it can help quite a bit, because if you have items filling out like that, this entire field, that's gonna look weird, and I can tell you, I would be able to fill that. Because I do hoard a lot in these games. I try to get better at selling things, but I think I will always kinda remain a hoarder. So since we have the boxes there, it's a little bit of distance to walk here. I just want to have them there. I could have put them next to this so there would be less walking. But I think that should be fine. So we want to remove this one. So I'm just going to remove it entirely like that. And what I like to do sometimes is to take some workers that normally will be building, and I would remove building from, for example, Varric here. And holding and mining is the only we're gonna keep. I'm also using another pretty cool mod. It's called Swords and Plowshares, and it's really awesome because then you can tell your people, tell them, you're not gonna do your job, man. So what will he do? He will help with hauling, building and mining, so even your soldiers can help with like building and mining, all that stuff. So it can be really useful if you're a person that maybe can only have like 10 halflings or 15 before the game starts to lag like crazy. This is super good. Or if you're playing multiplayer and you're many people and you want to restrict to like 10 halflings, this mod is super useful, and I pretty much wouldn't play without it. Now that I'm used to it, it's so nice. And also this one is super awesome. If you control your part, you can just toggle this one on and off. So that's pretty awesome. That one's called Unified Rain Plus. If you do use the unstable Stonehearth release though, you do not even need that one, because that's built into Ace later, which I would consider the base game, because the game is a lot better with Ace. If you haven't played with Ace yet, go do so. Okay, so that's looking good. Something that is super useful that I tried to do a lot more lately. There's a different kind of storage that you can do in the game. So let me see if we can find them. So for example, we have the wooden supply crate, we have the wooden supply rack, we have a supply table. These two are from the mod Lost Stems, highly recommended mod. And we do have this one, the corn supply rack. And the cool things with these sort of storage things is that this is a thing that they really prioritize to fill these up. So if you set it to hold like wood, if there's wood in the world and this one isn't full, they are gonna try to fill it as good as they can. So I really like this one. I think this one looks really nice. So I want to make like, let's say 4 of those. So what we can do then with those to save a little bit of time and also progress a little bit better without, for example, wasting food. So I can drop one of those or a few of them here, and then I can set that up to try to fill with the vegetables. So as long as it's not full, my people are gonna prioritize the filling it up, and since we have it close to the field, it's gonna be less work and it's gonna be pretty awesome, and it's super useful for another profession. If you have a trapper trapping animals, they love to put like bones and meat and all that stuff all around and never put it back to where it should be. But if you use those storage boxes, they will actually do so. So I highly recommend that. You do not have to have it out here, but it would just potentially save a bit of time. But at the same time, if you put it here, then all your people will save time. Because then they don't have to go out here to gather what they're gonna eat, for example. So you can probably optimize that and try it out and see what kind of works best for your town. Another cool thing with Ace is that we do have... so people want to drink. They don't have to drink, but if they don't drink, they get a few debuffs, get a little bit slower and stuff. And currently we do not have any problem most likely with that, since we do have a little bit of berry drinks, and we had a little bit of moo moo milk, a little bit still there, very nice milk. Just missing some chocolate, so we can make some chocolate milk, it would be awesome. Let's get a few more boxes, can have them all set up there. So for Yaquez here, let's remove the job again, and I just want to have, so he's gonna be hauling items. So he will go around and be the cleaning lady of the town pretty much, which is super important. To get things in the right place in this game is super important. Let's see, what kind of crop do we get at level 2? Silkweed and bright blue flowers. At level 3 we get that pumpkin and a little bit later some other things. So maybe the pumpkin will require water or silkweed, we'll see. But at this amount of ground, I think that should be good enough for him for now. Since we do have a lot of berries, I do not think we will have a problem with food in a while. And I'm gonna take maybe another person. Let's take case our carpenter. She's not gonna be building, she's mostly busy with crafting. But if she do get out of being busy with that, then I want her to help with hauling items. But let's see if we have, so we can promote Supa to be our mason. And this can be pretty interesting to see, because this auto golem mods I have never ever used it myself. And you're supposed to be able to get them pretty early as I understand it. It will probably be a bit more basic since it's so early, which is understandable. So let's start with the mason workbench. We can do a pedestal, why not? And I definitely want to queue up some of these, the fireplaces. This is what we will put in our houses here by the chimney to make it burn and create heat, and then you will also see some cozy smoke coming up from it, pretty nice. So we can do just 2 for now. We will need to do some early crafts for leveling. So I think this is all the parts for this golem. So if we go through here, we got the golem blocks. Craft the blocks to use to construct outer golems, which is level 2 one. Then at level 3 we can get this one, Bug Auto Golem, performs restocking task. As they go about their task, you can hear their cute little calls. So this one will go around and looting, as you can see an icon, that's very nice added. This is a Dig Auto Golem, he will be performing mining tasks, and we have a Farm Auto Golem, performs harvesting task. And so for all of them are level 3. Got a Hammer Golem, helps with building. Then we got Turret Auto Gun, shoot enemies from a distance. So an early on engineering weapon kind of, but it's not from the engineer, but it probably can, you know, help a little bit. Then we got the Blaster Gun, blast the surrounding areas versus goblins and wild beasts. Multiply target damage. Ooh, multiply target damage, I like that. Sapper Gun, saps the surrounding area versus orcs, undead and titans. So do this means that it only works, like this effect only works against them? And it still deal like maybe damage? And the Super Gun fires upon all target types hit by the blaster and sapper guns. Ooh. So when these hit something, this one shoots on all targets as well or something like that. That's interesting. But we have to start basic. We have to first reach level 2 so we can make the golem blocks. And we only need freedom to make this, so that's pretty awesome. So I wanna definitely get some auto bug golems. I do not know how many I will be able to have, if there's like a limit or not. But let's start with 2. So we didn't queue this one. That's a bit strange, okay. So we're gonna need 6 to make 2 of them. So that's gonna be doable. But each of them is gonna be 6 stones, so they do cost quite a bit of stone. But to me, this one feels like one of the most important ones. I've never had any golem that helps with like mining or harvesting or building. But maybe when I try them, I'm gonna feel like, oh, this is pretty awesome. I'm always happy to see new things in this game. The modders really do keep this game alive. So to start to do some basic crafts, just to level up, we can do some tables because they look pretty nice. And then we can do a few chairs. Let's get our workbench out. And we may as well put it next to our boxes for now. Let's do the same here. Should give them a little bit less of walking. So I'm actually gonna put these one to have our vegetables. I'm gonna have them here closer to the storage and we're gonna try to fill them up. We might set up one for having like wood maybe, because that will be next to our carpenter, and we might do the same one with stone. And let's plant some of these daisy flowers. They are really cool because when you plant them, over time they will actually grow more plants. That's pretty awesome. So let's see. I wanted to have one. Did I already plant it? I was thinking that it was maybe... Here it is. It's probably a little bit too close to our wolves here. I don't want to go into them at the moment. So there it could probably sit and we can have another house still there. Thought we harvest them. Are they regrowing so fast? You will never defeat us, Banto, says the daisy flowers. Another one join. Very nice. I'm gonna be naming that person the next one. But Lane Pounder. Oh, that's some balanced stats. Hot-headed 443. That's pretty awesome. Let's get some more stones. So here we have to set up what we want to have in those. So we want to go down to food first. So we'll have raw vegetable, and it would be any raw vegetables. These can only hold 12 items each. So I'm gonna go for freedom, that will be 36. And then we do another one here, and that one I might put in some wood in that one. Let's remove this sword for now on that one. Because I also want to make sure we get our windows crafted and all the other things that we need for this house to get done. And it's pretty cool, by the way, if you use the mod Lostems. When you make houses, is a really cool feature that Powell made for this one. So if you go to house and then you select, for example, a window, if you click the not sure what you call it, like the line or underscore line thing, you can change what kind of style you want for it. But it only works for certain windows, like this one. You can see this one. You see it cycles through them by itself as well. But it's pretty awesome, because what that means is that instead of having like 10 different windows, have 10 different crafts, have 10 different things here, you can switch that way instead with some of these windows, and it's really awesome. So it's super cool, a super nice thing. Okay, so this one we want to have wood in that one. Let's see, maybe the mason, he can also do some storage, because we can store it similar way with that guy. So that would be level 3, okay. That's kind of far in. We can do a few of these small stone coffers, just level. And we may as well do a stone mall when we can, so that's a little bit of an upgrade for our footman. And we can also do an offhand stone hatchet, and this one inflicts status slightly out of balance, inflict a bit less damage due to being out of balance. So that one actually debuffs the enemies a tiny bit and make them deal less damage, which can be pretty awesome. Just by a tiny bit, but anything is better than nothing, right? So that is pretty good. They're getting along with that house. Let's remove this one for now. But guys, this is gonna be it for today with Stonehearth. I hope you like our new houses, and like I said before, if you do have some suggestions for different houses, do let me know. Just drop them in the comments and I will read them all through. And if you have name requests, feel free to drop them. If I haven't responded to your name request yet, I have read all of your comments pretty much. But it's just I haven't responded yet, so I will do so eventually. So guys, thanks for checking out today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're looking forward to see this town grow. I'm really looking forward to it myself, to grow it bigger and better. So welcome everybody that joined today's town. And also want to say thank you to Justin, which is my first member on YouTube. So I have a thing that you can click to join my channel. It's like a blue button. And when you click that one to join, there's different tiers. One is only $2. And there's one at $5 and one at $10. So that way you can support my channel if you wish to do so. You don't have to do so, of course. I'm not telling you to do that. But if you want to do so, you're free to do so. If you just watch my video, have fun, like the video and comment, that's good enough. But if you do decide to join the channel, I will be super grateful. So guys, thanks for checking out today's episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and see you soon everybody.